What is up, guys? It's your boy Elusive Illusions 28 here, back again with another week of predictions. Last week, I was looking a little bit shaky, but I think I ended off 4-0. I was 6-6, and then we had the late game, the Sunday night, and then the 2 Monday night games that I both got right. So we ended off at 10-6, very good for week 1, especially with all the crazy games that went on, the Jags and the football team. I said the Redskins last week, so I apologize for everyone who's getting triggered at me in the comments. But the Washington football team and the Jags with some upsets. Would have been 12-4 without them, but upsets happen. But I'm also trying a new format, guys, so if anything goes wrong, let me know. But without further ado, let's get right into the picks. First up, we have the Cincinnati Bengals traveling to Cleveland, Ohio. Battle of Ohio on Thursday night. Bengals versus Browns. Actually, I think it's kind of an evenly matched game with how both teams have been struggling. But if that's what it comes down to, I think who needs the win more is who's going to win. I said this last time about the Cowboys, and the Cowboys actually lost. But the Browns really need this win. They can't start off 0-2. Nice voice crack, but they can't start off 0-2, The Bengals can, because the Bengals sucked last year. The Browns, with the talent on their team, they have high expectations every year. So I think the Browns kind of have to redeem themselves. Give me the Browns. Next up, we have the Giants at the Bears. Both two disappointing teams. Bears being disappointing in 3 of the 4 quarters. Giants being disappointing in every single quarter. So, and the Bears are at home too, so I think that would only lead me to choose the Bears in this one, so give me the Bears. Next up, I think I have my lock of the week. I mean, there's other games that are locks too, but this is a lesser known lock, because this is probably one of the biggest mismatches of the week. Is the Rams' defensive line facing off against the Eagles' beaten up offensive line. Aaron Donald literally destroyed the Cowboys' offensive line, which has a reputation for being good, and now he faces this offensive line that's beaten up of the Eagles. Like, bro, Carson Wentz got sacked, 8 times against the Washington football team? Dude, he's probably going to get sacked, 12 plus times here if Aaron Donald can just do his thing, so I definitely think the Rams are going to win this one. Give me the Rams. Next off, we have the Falcons at the Cowboys. Cowboys, I really expected them to win last week because, it was kind of like, Mike McCarthy did get, yelled at by the fans in the NFL community for losing that first game because, Jason Garrett beat them last year. And now this game is even more of a must-win because, A, you can't start off 0-2. B, the Cowboys are at home, and I'm pretty positive they're allowing fans. So the fans will definitely let Mike McCarthy here if they lose to the Falcons, who got absolutely decimated by the Seahawks, but still ended up getting, 550 yards? Matt Ryan had 450 passing yards. I thought that was like an exaggeration. I saw a meme page. It's like, how can you let Matt Ryan throw for 450 yards and still lose by 2 touchdowns? I was like, 450 yards? That's funny. But then he actually did. I was like, what? But yeah, must win for the Cowboys here. Must win, So for that reason, give me the Cowboys. Next off, we have another kind of must-win game here for the Buccaneers. Everyone has them as their Super Bowl picks. You can't start off 0-2. This is the big thing about week 2. If you're 0-1, you're kind of in a must-win scenario. Like 0-2 looks terrible on your record. Like, the fans even start to lose hope after you just start 0-2. Even though it's the start of the season, you can't start 0-2. And like I said, especially for a team of this caliber in the Buccaneers. But thankfully, they play the Panthers. Definitely the worst team in their division. They played pretty good against the Raiders, but that's the Raiders. This is the Bucs, who I would say are way better than the Raiders, and they should get the win. Give me the Bucs in this one. There we go. Next up, we have another lock of the week. 49ers heading to East Rutherford, New Jersey, to face off against the New York Jets. Kittle's supposed to be back. I don't know why. the 49ers probably don't need Kittle to win this game, but apparently he's going to be back. So, I mean, yeah, 49ers should win this game by like 3 touchdowns. If they don't, then there might be some problems brewing. Even though they still have a lot of injuries, give me the Niners. Next off, we have a battle of the defenses where Bronco goes to Pittsburgh to face off against the Pittsburgh Steelers. In the battle of the defenses here, I would say that pretty much just the better offense wins. And I'm guessing that Big Ben is going to actually, shake off some of that rust. Because, in the first game of the season, you don't expect him to do good. He had 3 touchdowns, though. He didn't have a lot of passing yards, I think like 200 or so. But he did have 3 touchdowns and no interceptions. So Big Ben surprisingly did good in his first game. Like I said, against a weak Giants defense. And this time he'll be facing 10 times more difficult defense, even without Von Miller. But I think the Steelers' offense is a little bit better than the Broncos, and the Steelers' defense is a little bit better than the Broncos without Von. So, for that reason, give me the Steelers. Next off, we have the Jacksonville Jaguars facing off against the Tennessee Titans. Tennessee Titans almost lost to the Broncos. Like I said, Gostkowski, that's their kicker, I think. Correct me if I'm wrong. But he missed 3 field goals and an extra point. And they're facing the Jaguars. If the Jaguars start off 2-0, oh my God. They're not going to start off 2-0, though. Like, no way, right? Like, especially facing, like, a real team now in the Titans as, like, their stuff together on, like, the Colts. Yeah, I don't see the Jags starting off 2-0. So, for that reason, give me the Titans. Next off. Wait, hold up. Before I start this. Gotta put the Packers. Like I said, I'm not picking against the Packers. I didn't last year. I ended off 13-3. I'm not this year. Hoping for a better record. But to give a little insight on the game, Lions very injured. Oh my God! If y'all saw their injury report, just looked at it earlier. They have Trufant, their new cornerback. He's already injured. Okuda might make his debut, but if he's making his debut, they're not going to put him on Devontae Adams for his first ever pro start, right? Like, they're probably going to put him on someone like Lazard. So then who's going to guard Devontae? Kenny Galladay still not practicing. Lions are just a mess already, basically, is what I'm saying. And they have to travel to Lambeau Field. Even though there's going to be no fans, I mean, it's still Lambeau Field, you know what I'm saying? So, I mean, Packers should win this one, hopefully, easily. But last year when they played the Lions, they led for 0 minutes. They won both of their games on game winners, the Packers did. Hopefully it's not like that this year. Hopefully the Packers can, actually, solidly win a game against the Lions. So, give me the Packers. Next off, we have the Buffalo Bills heading down to Miami to play the Miami Dolphins. I was going to pick this game as an upset, but as long as Ryan Fitzmagic is still out there, he played so rough against the Patriots last week, and now he faces another tough defense in the Bills. I don't think he can do it. I still don't think it's Tua time, though, man. Tua, he still needs to learn a little bit more. Burrow showed that last week. He did okay. He had that good rushing touchdown. I didn't get to watch the game fully, but I saw highlights. He did okay, and he had that good drive too. I mean, we're not talking about Burrow right now, but I think it's just not Tua time yet, honestly. We might have to leave Fitzmagic in there for maybe just under half the season before Tua comes in, even though it's already looking bad for the Dolphins. But if they bring Tua in, they might have a chance, but since I don't think they will be, I'm going to be taking the Bills in this one. Next off, I was going to have another upset here with the Vikings facing the Colts. For some reason, I just had a gut feeling. I don't know if it's just because I hate the Vikings or what, but for some reason, I have a gut feeling that the Colts are going to win this game. But I want to play it safe. The Vikings, they have a better run game. They have a better quarterback, pains me to say, but Phillip Rivers, come on, man. You got to retire, bro. You're 38. You just keep throwing picks. Come on, man. But, yeah, I think the Vikings just dominate in all categories, basically, besides the fact that they're not home. I think the Colts have people in their stadium, though, so maybe that'll help out a little bit. But if the Colts win, I told you so, but I don't believe in the Colts. So I'm going to pick the Vikings. Next up, with our first 4 o'clock game, we have two teams that impressed in week 1 with the Cardinals and the Washington football team. I'll actually call them the Washington football team this time. But yeah, two impressive teams in different perspectives, though, because we knew the Cardinals were going to be good, but we didn't know they were going to be good enough to beat the 49ers. The Washington football team, we knew they were going to be sucky, but they're not as sucky. So the Cardinals are clearly the better team. I'd imagine the Cardinals winning, especially being at home. So give me the Cardinals. Next off, we have the Baltimore Ravens facing the Houston Texans. Sucks to be Houston, man. They face two of the teams with the highest records in the regular season last year. Chiefs, who ended up being Super Bowl champions, and Ravens, who went 14-2 in the regular season. Tough way to start off the year for the Texans. I feel like they won't get a win until they actually face like one of these worser teams, because then they could build up their confidence to maybe beat a team like the Ravens. But right now they have no confidence, so I don't think they believe in themselves to beat the Ravens, which is why I don't think they'll beat the Ravens either. So give me the Ravens. Next off, we have the Kansas City Chiefs versus the LA Chargers. Should be an easy game again for the Chiefs. Well, not really easy against the Texans, but they beat them by a decent amount. Chargers, most say they shouldn't have even beat the Bengals. Bengals aren't really that good of a team, and now they play a really good team in the Kansas City Chiefs. So really no reason why the Chiefs would lose. Chargers still have Tyrod Taylor. Feel like they're probably not going to win a game until they get Herbert in. So yeah, definitely give me the Chiefs on this one. Next off, we have my upset of the week. I don't know why, but I just have a feeling. I have a feeling that the Patriots are going to beat the Seattle Seahawks. The Seattle Seahawks are at home, all that good stuff. I don't think they have a crowd, though. So, I mean, that's going to play a huge part because the crowd is so major there in Seattle. But, yeah, I feel like Cam is just going to go off, everyone's going to get on the Patriots hype train again, there's going to be memes all about it, be like, oh my God, Tom Brady left and Bill Belichick's the GOAT coach, even though, like, everybody knows. But, yeah, I mean, I don't know, I guess that's just how I feel. I feel like everyone's going to be hype on the Patriots after this game. There's no real reason on why they should win. I mean, they have a really stellar defense. That was facing the Dolphins, though, so I don't know how that'll translate to facing a higher-powered offense in the Seahawks. But if it correlates as well as it did against Miami, I feel like that's how the Patriots would win. But, yeah, besides that, I just got a feeling, bro. Give me the Patriots. And finally, ending off with our Monday Night Football game. Only one this week, thankfully. I'm not trying to stay up till 3 a.m. like every Monday night. Watching a football game, even though I love football. Saints at Raiders. The Saints probably will be without Michael Thomas. Will it matter? No. I don't think the Raiders can win. It'll be Monday night, though. The Saints have some injuries, so I feel like it'll be a closer game, maybe. For some reason I had the feeling too that the Raiders were gonna maybe win, but since I picked the Patriots to somehow maybe win, I'm not gonna do that again. You know what I'm saying? So, I'll just pick the Saints on this one. I'm pretty confident the Saints will win. I feel like it won't be by a large margin, though, but I feel like they'll still be able to win. But I appreciate you guys tuning in, everybody. Hopefully my records go good. Trying to hit 20 wins by next week, so another 10-6 should be good. I appreciate you guys tuning in, everybody. I don't know if you guys noticed the new format. If you did, let me know. But I appreciate you guys tuning in, everybody. And I'll see you guys for the next week of predictions. Peace out, everybody.